What is up, guys? Zan from Playbook.gg, and in this video we're going to talk to you about what base aligning is and when you should use it in Madden 19. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the Playbook.gg YouTube channel. So a very popular question that we get here on Playbook.gg is, what is base aligning and when should you use it, if at all, when playing Madden? Now, base aligning, simply put, is going to be something that many competitive and pro players use to disguise their pre-snap coverage, but there are some things that you definitely need to know about base aligning before you begin using it in Madden 19. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is when you base align, your defense is going to send all 11 players to a standard spot that does not matter or reflect what the offense is actually doing. So you may notice that when your opponent is in a specific formation and you do not base align, your defense may line up a specific way. Maybe it'll line up the same way, no matter what you do. But what you're going to notice is that when you base align, it changes how your coverage rotates based off of, trips, twins, are they in compression, are they in a spread set? You'll notice that these types of things definitely impact how the defense plays. However, when you go ahead and base align your coverage, we're going to go ahead and reset the offense and go back to where we were as we broke the huddle. When you base align, your defense will lose all respect for what the formation the offense is in. So when we base align cover 3, it will turn into a too high defense. So if you go back to last week's video, we talked about how to read coverages in Madden. Many top level Madden players will base align their defenses to allow them to disguise their coverage. So now when you audible into a cover 2, your defense looks no different than the cover 3 that you were originally in. Now, if you were to say go from cover 3 that was not base aligned and audible into cover 2, your opponent is going to be able to tell exactly what you are doing, and this is going to help give away what type of coverage you're in. So a lot of players will typically use base aligned to disguise whatever coverage shell they are in. Now, there are things that you definitely need to know in Madden. For one, when you base align and you press, if the ball is on one hash or the other, your corner that is on the wide side of the field will be completely misaligned compared to where he needs to be. So you take a look right here, this corner all the way out wide, Ramsey, is in a terrible spot to get a reroute on Julio Jones down the sideline. So a lot of players on offense will look to see if you're base aligned and pressing, and they will try to take a shot down the sideline with an outside pass lead because that corner does not get hands to reroute that receiver. So there is some risk that comes to using a base aligned style defense. The other thing that's important to talk about with base aligning is that if you like to run a specific blitz that comes in, base aligning is great because it consistently aligns players in the same spot. So if you have a blitz that works with this outside linebacker in this exact spot, you want to be base aligned because, for instance, if you do not base align, he aligns in a different spot where maybe he's coming from a wider depth and the blitz does not work the same way. So from a very rudimentary level standpoint, base aligning is important to the success of your defense because you need to be able to mix it in appropriately. Now, one last final tip that I want to give you within this particular video about base aligning is a coverage tip within a basic tip. Now, something that a lot of players really like to do is they like to call compression sets, and they like to run corner routes that get pretty open against a variety of coverages. Your cover 2s and your cover 3s might struggle against these style defenses. However, base aligned press cover 4 is one of the best coverages in the game to help combat that type of offensive approach. So when we go ahead and base align and press against a compressed offensive formation, your outside corners are out wide and they're pressed, and because of that, they will drop off the ball a little bit more slowly, and they will be able to drift into the area where a corner route might be running. So if we were to throw a corner route to the wide side of the field here, that quarter zone is going to be right in that area as we take a sack right there, and that's totally fine. We'll go ahead and show that to you. So when we go ahead and throw this ball to this corner route, the base aligned and pressed outside fourth zone in a cover 4 drops a little bit more slowly. It is going to be in the lane of the throw, and a lot of players like to throw corner routes right as they break, and you can see that he drops right into this avenue. So this is a great beginner's level tip of knowing when you can base align to stop corner routes and when you shouldn't base align to prevent yourself from giving up those big plays. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with playbook.gg.